This video is a message to the pastors and any other organizations that might consider partnering with us for extreme weather stations. That could include extreme cold weather or extreme hot weather. And in the coming days, we are facing some weather dipping into the upper teens. Right now, we're in our one of our supply storage units where we keep the cots. I'm about to unload a U-Haul that is full of cots from Community of Christ, our last warming station, and the cots we're finding are working great. And then if we have to deploy at more than one site, we also have our air mattress shelf that we can grab air mattresses and set up. And we did have to deploy at 3 different places this last time, so we used all 3 of our partners. And it's tiring. We need more churches to help us in that rotation. We have currently 3 churches in our rotation. That's Community of Christ Church on Carrier, the Life Church on Beltline, and Good Shepherd Episcopal Church in Cedar Hill. Matthew Road Baptist Church helps us when they don't have school in session. We've had a couple of churches that were able to host in the past, but due to their aging members, they're not able to keep it up. So what we wanted to do was to try to explain what we do with our warming stations and cooling stations, and hope that we can touch some of your hearts to help us. We do have a lot of people outside with emotional support animals and just pets that they love. And we're running into a struggle to be able to accommodate the people and their pets. So the Life Church of Grand Prairie has stepped up, but it's too much. It's too much for one church to stay open 24 hours a day and handle all the people and the pets. We need a rotation. So what we're looking for is a church partner that has a family center, maybe a gym, that we can bring our kennels in. We keep the dogs in kennels or on leash at all times. And we keep the cats in kennels or in small tents. So they're not roaming free without a hand on a leash, and the cats stay inside. We provide all the cat food and dog food and litter boxes. We think it's better if you have some classrooms or space that has non-carpet, but we have used tarps on the floor to protect the carpet. If need to be, we will pay to have your carpets cleaned after the warming station. We need you to have a kitchen where items can be warmed up, coffee pots can be filled, supplies can be stored, and then on side tables, that's where we put some snacks and things. And then we just need a few round tables or square tables where people can sit and eat and gather and fellowship. We're looking for hangout partners or overnight prayer partners who will sit with our friends and walk around and pray for our friends during the operation of the overnight warming station. This helps to keep a calm feeling about things. It helps us to respond if anybody's having a medical issue or a mental health issue. It just helps overall. On the hangout volunteers, you just hang out. Kids are welcome to come, color, do puzzles. Families can do it. It's a great opportunity to minister to our friends who are stuck outside. And it's a breath of fresh air for them to have that family and faith-filled environment. Another thing we need to make this work is meals. We need people to sign up to help us with meals. That's a real attractive thing to get the people to come inside, because a lot of the people are afraid to leave their camps, but the more they feel comfortable and safe, they will. So we are in a bit of a pinch with this coming winter weather. We need some churches to open their doors. So we want to let you know that we do have up to $3 million in general liability insurance, and we can add you as an additional insured. All of our volunteers sign a liability waiver, and our friends sign a liability waiver as well. So we're pretty much covered on all of those ends. One of the reasons that these extreme weather warming stations are so important is the risk to life that the cold weather poses. When you start dropping into the lower 20s, and that's why we set our threshold at an actual temperature of 29, not feels like, but actual, people's bodies are not able to accommodate that level of cold and warm themselves back up. So we need to bring them inside. We hope they'll come inside. We want to have space for them to come inside because it's dangerous for them to be outside. Already we've had a couple of campfires get out of control and burn the camps to the ground. We've had 2 campers burned this year, one because of a fire that he tried to have inside his tent. He's disabled and missing half his feet, so he couldn't walk fast enough and he got burned and spent 3 weeks in the Parkland burn unit already this winter. And then we've had someone else using hand sanitizer to try to have a little smokeless fire inside their tent, and the fumes got on his arms and his arms caught fire, and he's still going to the Parkland burn unit. Well, we've never had anyone that I know of die outside due to the cold. We've had people lose their feet and their fingers due to the extreme cold, and they suffer a lot. It's a real lethal situation when the weather gets to that temperature. So we want to continue to offer these overnight warming stations, but we need more churches, more volunteers to step up. The easiest part of it is loving them and sharing the Lord with them. The hardest part is letting them go back outside, because that's hard. If you have a church gym or a church school that's not in operation that you could let us use, or if you could pray about using that space to help us during extreme weather, pray, what would Jesus do? And I know sometimes we need warming stations when there's a church service, and we've actually done that before with Community of Christ and the Life, and we found ways to make it work where our warming station wasn't taking away, but hopefully adding to it, and our members were invited to attend the services. If you have any questions, we're available 24 hours a day, especially right now, to answer those questions, and the number is 214-212-7958. That's my number. I'm Tammy Chan, and I'm the Executive Director and Street Outreach Case Manager.